All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So I got the battle that some of you guys wanted to see and get my thoughts on it. So the Vivo Nex and then the iPhone XS Max. Let's get into this directly. No intro, none. I'm going straight in with this one here. So let's start with design. So the design of this phone is what we know best from Apple. This is the iPhone XS Max. It's the biggest offering from Apple at the moment. This is the same design we got last year, but Apple says this is their future of what they think a smartphone should be. So you got the dual camera setup, basic glass back and front. You got a power button here, stainless steel design. You've got the same vibrate, mute, and rocker switch over there. You got your asymmetrical down here with the speaker and microphone. Why people are tripping on that, I don't know. You got your lightning port down there. This does have face unlock, as you can see, and you can swipe it unlock. And the design is really nice. The hardware, I'm not gonna say glass is premium because I don't think glass is premium. I think it's an accident waiting to happen. But this is the direction that a lot of phones are going. Even this phone does not have like a grippy back or a metal back. But this stainless steel design, most people would argue that this is a premium design. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Apple is offering. So here we have the Vivo Nex, and you see this beautiful 6.6 inch display opposed to the 6.5 inch display over here. And you got the dual camera setup right here. You've got the volume and power here. You've got a headphone jack, and then you've got a pop-up front camera like the dedicated camera on there. And you've got charging C, SD card slide down, not SD card slide, SIM tray, speaker, microphone down there. And this phone, as you can see, doesn't have face unlock. It has a fingerprint reader in the display, which is fire, like straight up fire. So overall hardware, you can see the differences here. You're getting, now I do have a different wallpaper on here, but still, either way, both of these screens are nice. But this is a 1080p Super AMOLED display, and it is absolutely gorgeous, man. So overall, between the two, hardware goes to the Vivo Nex. The Vivo Nex is where I think phones should be going. It's got the full display. I love the way they integrated the camera to come out the top of the phone. It's just nice, straight up. So hardware, design, Vivo Nex, because that's like next generation stuff right there. Next, let's move on to the screen. So the screen on these, this is a 1242 by some weird 2688, and this is 1080 by 2316, 6.5, 6.6, or 6.59. So 6.6 and 6.5. This isn't something that's going to be hard to get my opinion on or dibble and dabble and sidestep it. The Vivo Nex screen is better, and that's just my opinion on it. So I got some YouTube loaded up here. And I'm gonna play both of these videos and let's just see how they look. Let's start with the Challenger first. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Wills. Also, I want you to check out media, like the sound. So I'm gonna flip the microphone around. So getting ready to do the camera review for the iPhone XS Max. All the footage that you see will be recorded, shot, edited, all from the phone and uploaded directly to YouTube. So hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for more. Check the microphones on this iPhone. Cold start. So now I'm going to move over to the Vivo Nex. I'm going to play the same video. Remember, check audio quality. Now this has stereo speakers, and this doesn't. So, check that, I'm going to try to play it to the same length. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Wills. So getting ready to do the camera review for the iPhone XS Max. All the footage that you see will be recorded, shot, edited, all from the phone and uploaded directly to YouTube. So hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for more. Let's check the microphones on this iPhone. Cold start. you go. Now this video was shot and edited and everything was done on the iPhone XS Max. That's the camera review that I did for the iPhone XS Max. Man, I almost stopped those right on time. But to me, you know, this is native from here, but it's playing through YouTube. But I look at both of these and I think they're both fantastic. However, I think the screen on this is so immersive. It's just a little bit bigger, by like 0.9, but you got that area that's not there. Now the iPhone has a slimmer bottom and this has the slimmer top. So for me, this is more immersive. I like the way it looks better. It's not about the cutout or anything like that. You know what that's called. It's just that this feels more immersive, and as far as sound quality goes, you know, this is a single bottom firing speaker, but it's still really, really good. You know what I mean? So screen and sound quality is better on this phone, obviously, because it's got stereo speakers. But this is one of the better bottom firing speakers that I've ever heard. What do you think? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and just show you the camera samples that I did with both of these phones right here, and you tell me in the comments, you know what I'm saying, which ones you think look better. And you know, personally, I feel like the iPhone shoots some great 4K footage. I use it, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like using the iPhones for 4K footage. However, the Vivo Nex comes along, and there's no sleeping on this phone, folks. I mean, also the front cameras to me are better on the Vivo Nex. Somebody asked about beauty mode or something on the front camera of the iPhone. If I have everything beauty and stuff turned off, so I don't do the beauty thing. I want to see exactly how it looks. The only problem with the iPhone is I have to be in the right lighting for the front camera. With the Vivo, I can be in any lighting and it's boss up. So take a look at this footage and then we'll go on to the next category. All right, guys, here's the video for the Vivo Nex S versus the iPhone XS Max. This is a great comparison. And this footage here, what you're looking at, it's probably going to be mind-blowing. This is actually 4K on both phones. Catch this old school car going by. Yeah. One area where I think Apple greatly improved was the audio on their phones when doing recording. It's actually a lot better. So I'm shooting my same area here. You tell me. I'm taking a deeper look at this. Let's go to a shaded area. All right, there's some video for you. All right, guys, so here's front-facing video for the Vivo and the iPhone. And what do you guys think of the footage here? You tell me. Now, let's check out performance and software. Now, this one right here is subjective because it depends on what you want to go with. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I'm going to say now is that there's no better fluid experience than iOS when it comes to day-to-day tasks. And that's just my opinion. Someone made a comment, oh, you know, you need to start using stock Android phones. I have stock Android phones, but skins on phones don't make them Android bad. You know what I'm saying? It depends on whose skin it is and what that skin is offering. But other than that, you know, the experience on iOS to me is pretty much untouched by, unless it was like Windows Phone or BlackBerry OS. Android is good, but eventually, now, let me say this phone has 8 gigs of RAM and it flies. I haven't had any lag or anything, and I like the experience, but the day-to-day social media stuff, for me, the iPhone just wins that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that the iPhone performs better, but some things I do on Android just aren't as fluid as they are on iOS. So, you know, while I like the Vivo Nex and its 8 gigs of RAM compared to the 4 gigs of RAM over here, the fluidity of iOS to me just kind of does it for me from certain tasks. However, you know, the Vivo Nex, boss up. It's tight, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with 8 gigs of RAM. So I'm gonna call this one a wash because it's totally subjective. I love both of these. This phone does some things better and this phone does some things better. So performance and software, especially software is totally subjective, but performance wise, You know, this one obviously benchmarks really high, much higher than this phone, but at the same time, there are a few things, a lot of the Google apps run better on iOS, so I'm gonna call it a wash. Now here's where the iPhone doesn't touch this phone. It's battery and standby time. Screen on time is much higher on this phone. Even though my iPhone 10, I'm getting between 7.5 and 8.5 hours of screen on time, I'm averaging that over here. I'm not averaging that over here. I'm averaging it over here. Both of these phones can make it through a full day. This one has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery inside, and this one has like what, 37 or something like that. Let me go check for you. 3174. So with that being said, this is really good battery on here because Apple does a great job with their standby time. So with this phone though, the 4,000 milliamp hour battery it's killing things, man. This is like one of my best. Shout out to Night Tech. I told you he was hooked on an iOS joint, but the thing is, this phone bangs down 10 hours of screen on time like nothing, straight up. So battery, all about the Vivo. Price, this is the easy one. The Vivo wins. The Vivo is lower. Overall, if I had to pick a winner, and I had to stay with one of these phones like for 2 years, I would go with the Vivo simply because it costs half of the price of this phone. This is the 256 gig. This one comes in a 256 gig, but it still costs about $500 to $600 less than this one. The 256 is like $850, I believe, or something like that. If you can catch it on sale, no more than $1,000. You know what I'm saying? I'll even do that. It's still less than this phone, which is a 256. This one cost me just a little over $1,300. Total ripoff. However, you know, if I was gonna choose one of these, I'm gonna go with this one because, you know, and I know this has an IP rating. It's got wireless charging. This has fast charging too. This has wireless charging. It has all these things, but it's about experience. And as much as I like this phone, I could use this for 2 years, but if I was just stuck, and I do a lot of filming like vlogs and stuff like that, this is how these are gonna be positioned. This one is gonna be out front for me. You know, and again, that scenario is if I had to keep these for 2 years and I just couldn't go to anything else and I was stuck with this. This is lightweight, not as heavy, bigger screen, and you know, in-screen fingerprint reader. This is where Apple should have gone with this phone, but they didn't. And then the also famous, it's your man Jay. The battle you wanted to see is here. What do you guys think? Who's your winner? I'm out.